The RollerCoaster Tycoon games are a series of sandbox-style construction and management simulation games that are focused on the function of a theme park. There are 5 different RollerCoaster Tycoon games, with a 6th one set to come out this coming year. The original RollerCoaster Tycoon, RollerCoaster Tycoon 2 and 3, RollerCoaster Tycoon 3D, RollerCoaster Tycoon 4 Mobile, and the newest one, RollerCoaster Tycoon Worlds, set to come out on August 13th, 2015. The first one was released on March 31st, 1999, only available on the PC platform, but later an edition was released for the Xbox. The first 2 in the series, RollerCoaster Tycoon 1 and 2, both use isometric views and simplistic graphics. RollerCoaster Tycoon 3 changes up the graphics, getting rid of the isometric layout and incorporating more lifelike figures. It also is the first in the series where a player can experience the rides they create, bought or built, in a simulator-like view. Once a ride is opened, every ride can be experienced just as it would look to ride in real life. These changes to the game are due to the absence of Chris Sawyer, the developer and programmer of the first 2. The rest in the series have been created by Atari, who took over the RollerCoaster Tycoon name and only used Sawyer as a consultant for the later games. RollerCoaster Tycoon 3D was the first game developed for a platform other than Xbox or PC, and it was developed solely as a Nintendo DS game, and it kept a lot of the same interface, but made gameplay much more finicky because the buttons were changed and dumbed down for the new platform. In turn, it got poor reviews, and not much was different with the next in the series, RollerCoaster Tycoon 4 Mobile, which was developed as a version for Android and Apple. The latest and newest one in the series, RollerCoaster Tycoon World, is set to come out in 2015. It looks similar to RollerCoaster Tycoon 3, but with better enhanced graphics. There is much anticipation for the release of this game in hopes that it will pick up where the brilliance of RollerCoaster Tycoon 2 left off. There is a good chance of this because Sawyer has returned as a co-designer of the latest game. RollerCoaster Tycoon 2, which is no doubt the most well-known and beloved of the series, was released in 2002. It is the one that I am most familiar with and prefer. I have personally owned and played both RollerCoaster Tycoon 2 and 3, but RollerCoaster Tycoon 2 is by far the best. Moving on to the gameplay itself, the idea of these games is to successfully build and maintain an amusement park by building a large and diverse amount of attractions. While these games are extremely fun to play and are quite addictive, there are 2 reasons why the RollerCoaster Tycoon series is more than just a game that is played for fun. The first of those reasons is the management qualities that it teaches. The characters in the gameplay, called guests, all have different personalities. Some like high adrenaline rides, others prefer calmer ones. To keep them happy, the parks must be kept clean, maintained, and safe. Prices of rides and food must be kept to a certain standard as well. Too high priced and the guests will be unhappy. In order to create a successful park, one must build a variety of rides, attractions, shops, and restaurants, along with hiring security guards, mechanics, and maintenance personnel. The guests give reviews of your park, and their perceptions make or break your rating, and eventually, if people are injured or die on your rides, the park is not kept clean, too many rides break down, or you don't have enough variety for your guests, your park will fail. So RollerCoaster Tycoon teaches the player how to organize and orchestrate events, how to take care of people, how to balance a budget, and weigh different possibilities in order to get the best outcome, among other things. second significant quality that this game focuses on is fueling the creativity of the player. In gameplay, the user has the ability to design almost everything in the entire park. In the original two RollerCoaster Tycoon games, players can create their own parks from a series of templates. On these templates, called scenarios, roller coasters, pathways, and landscaping can be made from scratch. Paint schemes, personalized messages on signs, and hundreds of other tiny customizable details are available, requiring the user to dream up his or her own schemes for how they want the park to look. On up in the series of the Tycoon games, design opportunities increase even further, allowing the user to build almost everything from scratch, including buildings. The creative spirit of this game can generate a passion in the user at an early age that can later come to fruition in the career of design. It helps young people find out whether or not they enjoy building and creating. This game, no doubt, has had an impact on many people's lives and probably has led many to pursue careers as architects, interior designers, computer engineers, graphic designers, and any other career that requires creativity. The main idea here is that the RollerCoaster Tycoon series, while being fun, also teaches the user essential life skills. It is an extremely fun game, but at the same time it has great merit to it. It is arguably a simulator of real-life situations because it requires the player to always be observing the situation and weighing the consequences of financial risks, along with learning how to take care of what you have. The gameplay also teaches qualities of entrepreneurship, which in the case of the Tycoon series is relatable by starting with a blank site with no significance and finishing with a flourishing theme park. These principles have a vast magnitude even if on the scale of a video game.